You know, sometimes the most amazing stories aren't found in novels, but are hidden right in plain sight, in data. A simple list of a researcher's work can actually tell a powerful story about change. So let's follow this trail of data and see exactly what kind of story it tells.
We're going to be looking at just 18 publications. That's it. All from one single senior librarian, Dr. Rehman. That's our entire data set.
But here's the thing. Those 18 papers, they cover a really crucial 14-year period. So we're not just looking at a snapshot in time, this is a whole journey. We get to trace the evolution of an entire field through the work of one person.
Which brings us to the big question, right? What story do these paper titles actually tell us about how libraries are changing? Let's dive in and decode the narrative that's hidden in the research.
So, the first part of this story starts to unfold just by following the breadcrumbs, by looking at the research in the order it was published. Let's start at the beginning, way back in the early 2010s. The initial research was all about the core functions of a library, the stuff you'd probably expect. So back in 2012, the focus is on resources and services. Makes sense. Then by 2014, it's about disaster management, which is super important for, protecting the actual physical books and collections. But then, in 2021, we get the first little hint of the future, a paper on managing technology. You can feel the ground just beginning to shift. And that small shift, well, it pretty quickly turns into a seismic one. We are now entering the era of digital transformation. This is where technology stops being just a tool and becomes the main thing reshaping what a library even is. And you can literally see this change happening in the language of the titles themselves. That 2012 focus on resources and services, well, that evolves into the 2025 focus on the impact of ICT on user services. The whole idea of a physical collection is now being talked about in terms of utilization of electronic resources, and learning inside the library's four walls becomes technology-enhanced online learning. It's a whole new world.
And this digital wave, it touches absolutely everything. The research from 2024 and 2025 goes deep into the changing role of librarians, the impact of what's called information and communication technologies, or ICT, the huge shift to online classes, and even how we manage information on our phone.
Okay, so with all this technology changing so fast, it logically leads to a really essential, very human question. How does all this stuff affect the people the libraries are actually there to serve?
And this focus on people becomes crystal clear in a 2025 paper. It's not just about digital access in general. It's specifically about the barriers and challenges faced by people with impairments. This puts the user, with all their specific needs, right in the center of the picture.
And this focus on people is wide and deep. The research looks at everything from, measuring user satisfaction to analyzing how students feel about online learning, from how we manage our own info on our phones to how public libraries can actually help build entire communities. The big takeaway here is clear. The tech is only as good as its ability to serve the real, diverse needs of the people using it.
So, just as it seems like this digital transformation is settling in, a new, even more powerful wave arrives on the scene: artificial intelligence.
And the arrival of AI isn't some slow burn, it is an explosion. The year 2025 marks this really dramatic pivot, and it was almost certainly kicked off by the public arrival of powerful AI models just a couple of years earlier. You can see the academic world was just racing to catch up and figure out what it all meant.
I mean, just look at this breakdown from 2025. In a single year, research on artificial intelligence suddenly becomes this huge theme, right up there with the ongoing work in digital transformation and user experience. The speed of that change is just incredible.
And the questions being asked are really practical and forward-looking. It's all about how to strategically use AI for transformation, whether AI chatbots can actually improve services, and maybe the most critical question of all, are our libraries even ready for this huge technological shift?
So after this whole journey through digitization and artificial intelligence, where does the story end up? Well, the final chapter isn't about a single piece of tech. It's about a very human idea: partnership.
The proposed path forward is really clear and actionable. The research from 2025 basically lays out a roadmap. First, find opportunities to work together in groups, or consortia. Second, actively work to knock down the barriers that stop us from sharing. And third, lock in those partnerships by creating collaborative policies.
Ultimately, the story that began with the resources of a single library ends with this huge vision for an interconnected system. The goal isn't just to manage one institution anymore. It's to build a strong, resilient, and shared network of knowledge for everyone.
And that leaves us with one final thought. This 14-year journey has shown us libraries evolving at a breathtaking speed, getting more digital, more efficient, more intelligent. But it also raises the most important question for the future. As our libraries become smarter, how do we ensure they also stay human?